Rushton, Montana, I love you both so much. I am so happy that you have this amazing future awaiting you, and I hope you enjoy every single second of it together. I remember the first time that Montana told me that she had been on a couple dates with Rushton, and that she was really starting to like him. The next thing I knew, they were dating, and I had never seen my sister so incredibly happy. Now, I was on my mission for most of their time dating, but my sister would always send me updates via email or FaceTime, and she would tell me all about the dates they had been on that week, or how she was feeling about Rushton in that point in their relationship. And every time she would say, "Belle, I really love him, I do." And that's when I knew he was going to be the one to have her. Rushton, we've only spoke a few times over Skype, but boy do I remember how nervous I was for that first time. I had this irrational fear that I would talk to you, and then for some reason, because of something I either was going to say or do, you would break up with my sister. I imagined you hanging up and saying, "Honey, I'm sorry, your family's just too weird, I can't do it anymore." I know, completely irrational, and luckily that didn't happen. I remember after that first time that I talked to you, I looked at my companion and I said, it was as if I had known you for my entire life, as if you were meant to be a part of our family from the very start. I love you for loving my sister, for treating her the way she deserves to be treated, for helping her to become an even better person than she already is, for supporting her in her dreams, for loving her the way she deserves to be loved and loves you. I promise that you could never find anyone better. That being said, she's my sister. I am entrusting you with the person most precious to me in the entire world. There is no one that I love more, so you better treat her as such. Montana has been my greatest example and friend. Sure, there have been many times where she has bothered me. Once she ate the heart-shaped sandwich that my mom cut out for me without crust after a really hard day at school, and I cried. She also banned me from watching all PG-13 movies, even when Mom and Dad told me I could. And she's blackmailed me all throughout my life with pictures that are really embarrassing and ugly, and stories as well. But I knew that no matter what happened, whatever I needed, she would drop everything and she would be there for me. Have you ever heard that saying, he would give you the shirt off his back? Well, that fits my sister in every sense of the phrase. She is the most selfless person that I know, though she would surely deny it if I told her. She is also a great example of true charity and the love of Christ. When I was little, every time I was asked who my role model was, I would respond, "Oh, easy, my big sister Montana." Then in second grade, when they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and third and fourth and fifth, I said again, my big sister Montana. And I don't really ever see this changing. Montana, I wish I could express my gratitude to you for all that you have taught me, all that you have helped me to be, and for the amazing light you have been that has never faltered, but I know that words are simply inadequate. But now, before I pass the mic over to someone else, I'd like to share an experience that we had together. It was the first time that Montana and I ever talked about Rushton. Now, granted, I was only 12 and at the time she was 17, so clearly Rushton hadn't actually entered the picture. But it was the first time that we ever talked about her future husband. I remember I was really concerned about something, and she saw my furrowed brow and asked me, "What's wrong?" I looked up and asked, "Montana, when you get married, will you love your husband more than me?" She just looked at me and laughed at my seemingly ridiculous question and said, "Of course." That day, she broke my little 12-year-old heart. I thought I would always be the person most important to her. I didn't see how she could love anybody more than me, and especially someone she had never even met before. Looking back, I can see that I was just selfish and scared. I wanted to know that I would never lose my best friend. But now, I realize I'm not losing her, but gaining a brother. Rushton, I want you to know that there is nothing that I wouldn't do for you or for her. I promise that I will be there every step of the way, as a support, to help, and to be a friend. You can count on me for anything. I love you both so much, and I am so grateful for the example that you guys are to me. I hope that you can remember this day for forever, and that you live the way the Lord can bless you. Remember, Heavenly Father loves you. He is always willing to bless us and forgive us, so let us live the same, loving and forgiving as He loves and forgives us. I love you both, and you have an open future waiting to be written. I hope you love writing it every second of the way.